This is the Drew and Me podcast with Pat House.
I'm
How how are you, Pat?
doing very well, man. How about yourself? Thank you for having me.
Um, a lot of different projects, a lot of different stuff. Are there any projects that you would like that you are working on that you would like to promote?
Projects at the moment? No. I just working on new material. I have some new things I really want to like, and in the next couple months or to a year, I want to finalize my next new hour. But as far as projects, no, not really. But just working on some new stand-up and stuff I really want to make funny in the near future.
Yeah, um, I think that's really really cool. I've been working on my stand-up too.
That's what I want to hear, man. Get out there and just keep working on it because it's not going to get better sitting home thinking about it. You gotta
Yeah,
get on
um,
stage and make it happen.
like I heard from comedian or Dave Coulier from Full House that
Joey,
huh?
Uncle Joey.
Yup.
Hmm.
Uncle Joey. Um, that he used to do sets that were 90-minute sets. Like that is unbelievable.
I mean, some people do that. If you're a bigger name and you're headlining in a theater and this crowd is coming to see you, then yeah, I totally get, going well over an hour. But I mean, 90 minutes is a long time. And I feel like unless you're a big name and a big name, that's really not happening too often in comedy clubs. There are people that do long sets like that in comedy clubs. Believe me, I've seen it. But I mean, it's a long time. People
Yeah,
don't stand anymore either. Like, you know what I mean? Like people's attention span anymore, like
yeah.
holding people hostage at that point.
I feel like a good half hour is the way to go. Like if you have a strong 30 minutes, that's great. Um, a t ultimately a tight 45 to 50
Yeah,
is like
45 is typically like when you headline a comedy club is your contractual obligation. And I feel like 45 is what you're supposed to do, but I feel, if you're killing and you're having fun and the crowd is into you, like I love me personally, just me. I love that 50 to 55-minute spot if everything's going the way I want it to.
mm,
That's the sweet spot. Under an hour, killing them, hopefully leaving them wanting more, and then just under an hour.
nice. Yeah, I'm living in Pittsburgh now, and I saw a show at the Byham Theater. I saw Matt McCusker
Nice.
headline, and he crushed the whole set. Like his
Oh,
entire
I'm
set, he
sure.
crushed. But he's changed his whole style since we came up with him in Philly. Like he's overhauled it. Like since he met Shane Gillis and they did their podcast,
Oh yeah, they've been friends forever. They go way, way back.
his style is like Shane. So he changed his style and his delivery and he modeled it after Shane because one of Shane's famous things is to fake being angry, like be like, "Oh yeah," or something like that. Like he'll do a face and then he'll fake being angry. And that's what Matt did a lot of.
Okay.
And if you get the crowd to come with you on that, you can be really, really successful. And they did come with him.
Okay.
Um, the men loved it.
Okay.
Um, but for a Shane Gillis set, I've never been in the audience of him doing an hour. Have you seen Shane do an hour?
No, I don't think so. I started before him, and we've known each other forever. But I mean, literally came up doing open mics and bar shows together. But no, I don't think I've ever seen him do an hour. But we've obviously crossed paths 100 million times uh, in the last, I don't know, 10, 12 years. But no, I don't. Now that you ask me that, I honestly don't think I've ever seen him do a long set.
Mm, yeah, like I've probably seen him do like 20 or 30, and it was really good. But because everything is so PC now, he's even gonna have to make a lot of changes, especially with how he's everywhere now. Like,
Oh,
sh
yeah.
like Shane is a bona fide star. He is a superstar comedian.
Yes,
Has
1000%. I
six,
mean,
yep,
yeah, crazy success, which is great.
absolutely. Um, and the thing I've heard the most recently is he's the everyman. People think of Shane as an everyman. They see themselves in Shane. It's very like Jennifer Lawrence when she became a big actress. Like people said they saw themselves in Jennifer Lawrence. So it's the type of thing is they saw Shane as the average guy that they could connect with. Um, I seen Shane a little bit differently, but that's just because I know him. Like,
Yeah.
and he is really smart, and
Oh, very much so. Yeah.
and he's like Chris Pratt. He is a comedian of savant. Um, just like truly has like brilliant timing, super witty, always a few steps ahead of you.
That's how a comedian should be, always a few steps ahead.
Ha.
It's key to it.
Do you see it as kind of a chess game?
Not a, not a chess game per se, but I mean, I feel like as a comedian, you got to be one step ahead and then hyper aware of what's going on in the room. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always listening for sounds or a distraction or people talking, and I don't let that take over my mentality, but I mean, I feel like you just got to be one step ahead of the crowd at all times. Make them listen, make them focus, be engaging, but
Yeah.
always be you know, not ready, but like one step ahead is the right best way to put it.
Nice. That's actually great because one of my favorite movies is the Frank Oz directed movie, uh, 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 Bowfinger with Steve Martin.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy.
Yup. And
Hmm.
he
Saw that in the
tests
movie theater with my cousin.
nice.
Yeah.
And Frank Oz said on the audio commentary that he was testing it with audiences and they were getting ahead of him. So he had to do rewrites, and I'm not sure if they had to do reshoots, but they had to rearrange the movie because test audiences were solving it. And he
No
wanted
kidding.
it to be a puzzle to solve. He wanted the movie to be a puzzle.
Okay, I have not heard that, but that's I don't know what the movie making process is like, but yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like the type of thing, it's like if you have a complex ending, he wouldn't want it to spoil the ending. So,
Hmm.
yeah. So, Pat, what is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Almost Famous,
That's an excellent choice.
the Cameron Crowe masterpiece.
It's equal parts funny, poignant,
Yeah, it's not
existential.
even that funny. It's like there are funny parts, sure, but it's by no means a comedy. There just happens to be a couple. There is some funny parts in it. There is absolutely some comedy, but I feel like in the grand scheme of things, that is like 3% of the entire movie, maybe
Mm,
5%.
mm. Um, yeah, first and foremost, I think it's definitely a drama.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely. 1,000%.
which do you consider Fast Times at Ridgemont High to be a drama? Because I think he wrote that too. Or
Wasn't that his first movie?
yeah,
Um,
it was either him or
Man, I haven't even seen that yet. I don't even, I couldn't even, I haven't seen that in so long. I
yeah,
don't
it
even know
was
the answer to
either
that, honestly.
him or Amy Heckerling that directed it. But I think yeah, I think he directed Fast Times, and that was one of his first ones. But it was
Yeah, 'cause I think that was
very
in his book. I recently read his, well, about a year ago, I read his memoir. I think it's called Not Cool. I think I may have messed up that title. I apologize.
That's okay. I'll have to check that out because he's a thoughtful guy and he chooses really good projects.
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. I'm looking it up now because it's going to bother me. Cameron Crowe.
He had a really good movie come out called Singles that came out in the 90s that was unbelievable. Probably still one of my favorite movies since I've seen it
The
because
Uncool. There we go. Sorry. His book is called The Uncool.
oh, okay.
Great memoir, man. Great book. He talks about it's like Almost Famous, but way more in depth.
Nice. Nice. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, definitely worth. Absolutely.
Because I love anything Rolling Stone. I used to read Rolling Stones cover to cover for the most part. Like I would occasionally skip a story. Usually I would skip the political stuff.
Yeah, I used to read Rolling Stone all the time. But back to what you said, singles. I mean, phenomenal soundtrack.
Yes.
All mostly Seattle music based.
It captured the spirit of grunge.
I
It
mean,
absolutely
I was
captured
just
it.
I was just in Seattle last week, so I mean, you got Alice in Chains and Pearl Jam. That even has like it has Soundgarden and Mother Love Bone, has Jimi Hendrix, who's from that area.
Mm,
I believe the Smashing Pumpkins' Drown is on the single soundtrack.
mm.
Great.
That's incredible. Yeah, and I know that Pearl Jam is in the movie too.
Mhm.
And Chris Cornell might be in the movie too.
I believe so.
So just like some really incredible actors and musicians, and the cast is phenomenal. I do have 6 degrees from Kira Sedgwick because
Okay.
I'm friends with Kevin Bacon's older brother, Michael, who has a band called Bacon Brothers.
Yes.
So, yep. And Kevin Bacon, he's from Philadelphia. Like all the Bacons are. So they have that great
Edmund, her
Philadelphia.
father designed like half of Philadelphia.
You're right.
Hmm.
Um,
Edmund,
yup. Um,
Love Park.
he did that?
I'm almost positive.
Wow.
You're making me want to look this up again, but I'm not going to grab my.
Okay. Oh man. Hmm. Um, let's see. I Yeah, I know that my dad has a book on Edmund Bacon, and he knew him because my dad was an architect in Philly, and Ed Bacon used to sit in on like
Oh, well, then they, I mean, yeah, I'm sure.
a lot of the meetings. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
wow.
but
Yeah.
I feel like Edmund Bacon was like essential to Philadelphia.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Did a lot of the city planning in the center city area.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so for favorite movie, we've got Almost Famous.
Hmm.
What would your favorite TV show be, Pat?
This is a toss up. It's either Strangers with Candy or Dairy Girls. Both
Ooh.
are, I don't know. They're both so funny and so rapid fire. I mean, you blink and you miss three punchlines on both of them. So I can't decide. I watch Dairy Girls a lot. It's a great background show for me, but I find myself actively paying attention. But Strangers with Candy, I haven't seen in a while, but I just know deep in my heart that it's just way up there.
Nice. I've heard Dairy Girls is excellent.
Can't recommend it enough. 3 seasons. I've seen every episode a bunch of times each. It is so, so funny.
Mm, nice. Yeah, I'll have to at least read some of the plot synopses. Okay.
I mean, they're all
Um,
20 minute episodes, 22-minute episodes. They're all quick to get through.
um, yeah. Um, there's one show on Netflix right now called Oh, Nobody Wants This. Have you seen that?
No, but I know I've seen it on my homepage.
Okay.
I don't think haven't seen it, but I know that I know what it is. I just haven't seen it.
Okay. Yeah, it's excellent. I'd say it's the best show on Netflix right now. Just it's so satirical and it takes you through human nature on a few different perspectives, but at its core, it's about relationships and religion. But it talks about those two subjects so well and so in depth that you feel like you're really getting a lot out of the episodes, and the show is also very funny. So it's very
Okay.
watchable, and I feel like that I learn a lot.
Okay, cool.
Yep. I've heard someone recommend Strangers with Candy before. What is it about?
Was it Chip Chantry that mentioned it?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
When he and I lived together, we would watch that show all the time. It's early Amy Sedaris and Stephen Colbert, and
Ooh.
they did a Comedy Central show back in the early 2000s, maybe even late 90s, early 2000s. And it's just that also had 3 seasons. Dairy Girls was 3 seasons, so was Strangers, and it's about Jerry Blank, an adult going back to high school with a troubled past, and she goes back to high school, and it's absolutely phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. A lot of great cameos looking back on that show when you watch it. Like a lot of comedians and celebrities from the late 90s, early 2000s. But it's the writing is
Oh.
absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Is it closer to comedians in cars getting coffee or Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Curb, it's a straight up comedy. It's straight up comedy. It's scripted. There's characters. Each character is well defined. Um, it's super funny. It's so funny.
Mm, nice. Oh, I'll have to check it out. Okay.
Highly recommend. Highly recommend.
Nice. Where can I find it on streaming services?
I know for a fact it's on somewhere because I was watching it recently. Hold on. Um, well, let me just say Dairy Girls is on Netflix. That is one of,
Yeah.
I feel that's been their most popular shows the past couple years. And it looks like Strangers with Candy is on YouTube, Pluto, Sling, Amazon Prime, Apple TV. So it's out there. Excuse me. Yep, it's out there.
Um, very cool. I will probably check it out on Prime.
Please
Um,
do.
that's awesome. Let's see. So we did movie and TV show for voice actors. Do you have a favorite voice actor, Pat?
I don't know. This was the tough one you asked me. I never thought about this. I don't know if I have a specific answer, but I mean, I love Toy Story and I love Shrek. So it's amazing to hear those voices in those movies. I think one thing about Toy Story that's incredible is that like, Tom Hanks and Tim Allen and everybody else, their names aren't even mentioned on the box cover or anything. Like I love the fact that like no names get credit on the promotional aspect of that. I think that's really cool. Their names are in the credits, obviously, but I think it's really cool that all those Toy Stories have so many amazing celebrity guests and voices. But when you look at the box or advertisements, like nobody's mentioned. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is interesting. Do you think it's in order to help preserve the children's movie aesthetic or like kind of like
I
the
don't know.
movie
It
magic?
it came out of the gate that way when Toy Story came out. It didn't mention that it was Tom Hanks and Tim Allen being Woody and Buzz and whatnot. I don't know what the logic was behind that, but I think it's a really cool move on Pixar's part.
Hmm. Nice. Um, I think so too. Honestly, like Pixar the past few years, home run after home run with like movies and voice actors.
Huh?
I did watch Soul. I'll definitely have to watch it again.
Soul. Is that the one? Doesn't Trent Reznor do that soundtrack?
That I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. Because
Guy that falls down the sewer?
yes.
Yeah, then absolutely, that's Trent Reznor. 'Cause I remember
Okay.
sitting, remember watching it and thinking like this sounds like Nine Inch Nails, and I Googled it and I was totally right. It was a Trent Reznor soundtrack.
Nice. That's amazing. Yeah, in terms of like composers, I'd say Trent Reznor probably the third best movie composer today. Like the top two are obviously Hans Zimmer and John Williams, and then you have Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, and
Mhm.
then probably Horner would be after that.
Solid list. Can't argue that.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw Soul once. I found it a little bit hard to get into. So, at some point I'm gonna try to watch it again because sometimes movies just kind of need a second look.
Absolutely.
Um, cool. So, Pat, do you have a favorite song?
This is an interesting one. But I guess if we were to narrow it down, I guess I would say It's Late by Queen, which is on their sixth album, News of the World. It's
Hmm.
Queen are probably my favorite band, and I would probably say It's Late is my favorite song by them. So I guess if I were to narrow it down, I would say that. But that being said, I have a million songs immediately behind it, but It's Late by Queen, I guess just has like a little extra special significance and weight to me.
Nice. Yeah, the more I listen to Queen, the more I like it. Who Wants to Live Forever is
Favorite band of all time. Oh
definitely my
yeah.
Queen song. I love that one.
Highlander soundtrack, right?
Yeah, that was like the first time I heard it. I got to watch
Prince of the
Highlander.
Universe is also on that. That's another great one.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said Princes of the Universe is also on my soundtrack, I believe. Another phenomenal Queen song. Definitely worth checking out.
Have to check it out. I'll probably do a deep dive of Queen. Like
Highly recommend.
second favorite is probably or Don't Stop Me Now. I absolutely love that song.
Yeah. The vocals at the end are phenomenal. The song ends, the cymbals crash, the guitar fades, but then Freddie keeps on singing, and that's my favorite part of the whole song.
Oh, when he goes na 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 na.
Hmm. Yep, absolutely.
Oh man. That's interesting because he kind of does that in Bohemian Rhapsody too.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yep. That's obviously one of their biggest staples.
Now, is it because of an opera influence? Like, did he like opera?
I don't know. They were a very operatic band. There's a handful of songs where across their whole career where there's an opera feel with like harmonized vocals and reverb and everything. So I don't know. That was just a staple across their whole career, and they have a lot of great songs that have that kind of sound to it.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'll have to do a deeper dive. I do like Love of My Life a lot
Oh,
too.
yeah. That's a great version on the A Night at the Opera album. But there's also when Freddie and Brian May would do that live, there's an incredible acoustic version of that. There's multiple versions out there that are fantastic. And then when Freddie died and Queen toured, Brian May would do his own version solo, which is also incredible. So there's a couple authentic original Queen versions of that song out there.
Nice. I know Brian May's also a scientist. He's also an astrophysicist.
Yeah, astronomer. Yep.
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 Have you read any of his books?
No, I've read couple books on Queen, and I have a Brian May book about his own special guitar. But no, I never read that kind of stuff. I'm not. That doesn't really. I think it's cool that he does what he does, but that stuff doesn't interest me enough to delve into that.
Nice. Yeah, I might take a peek at the astronomy book.
Yeah, I'm sure it's awesome. I think he has. Yeah, he has two or three out there, I believe. But no, that's not. I'm not going to be diving into that anytime soon.
mm, um, yeah, yeah, I should definitely put like Queen more on my radar in terms of like just kind of getting more into their music.
Highly,
Been
highly recommend.
I've been listening to like more Pennsylvania-y stuff recently, like Jim Croce and um Todd Rundgren.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Um yeah, I give Todd Rundgren a lot of credit because I feel like he knows how to play a lot of different instruments
Upper
and
Darby guy.
yup, and he does a lot of different genres too. Like there's so much like crossover in his music.
Okay. Yeah, my dad grew up knowing him.
Nice.
Hmm.
Nice. That's
They weren't
awesome.
like friends or anything, really, but I mean, I guess they knew each other through the neighborhood, or at least knew my dad would see him around.
Nice. Yeah, that's really cool. And I know uh for a different band, Hall and Oates, I know or Daryl Hall or Daryl Hall's from Pottstown.
Yeah, they met at Temple University.
That is awesome.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like I had no idea till recently that Philadelphia has so much rich or music history.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Joan Jett is from here. Pink, Will Smith, Boyz II Men. I mean, I like every single one of those.
Nice. Yeah. Um, yeah, absolutely. So with the music that or that the music that or Pink has done, do you like her older albums or do you like her
Yes,
newer
for sure.
stuff?
Her second and third album are great. Her second album was Misunderstood, and her third album is Try This, and both of those are phenomenal. Track for track, don't skip a one. Been a fan of those albums for 20 years, if not more. Yeah, those two albums absolutely, absolutely hold up big time.
Nice. So I'll have to give it another look. I've listened to Misunderstood a few times all the way through, and there are some songs on there that are just unbelievable. Just
Yeah.
like they will wow you and kind of like I feel like they're very feeling songs. They're very emotional. Like I feel like they're very sentimental. Like I definitely get very sentimental when I listen to Pink. Not quite from Philly, but Taylor
Oil
Swift
Sounds.
is
Oh,
from
I
Reading.
like it. Yeah,
No,
yeah. Further up, yeah.
yup. And I read recently that in equity, she's worth around $2 billion, making her the wealthiest musician of all time.
Well, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
And I honestly give her props for good management and good marketing and just like being really accessible. And I feel like she's someone that you can really look up to and kind of get into her music. And she also does a lot of genres.
Yeah, I mean, she's very talented. There's no denying that. I like a handful of songs. I'm not familiar with her whole entire career or anything, but I mean, it's an insane business model and career that not many people in our generation have seen. But I mean, she has a handful of catchy songs that I won't turn off when I hear them.
Hmm. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, a few years ago, I was writing a music article, um, because I do also write for a music magazine called Music Daily. And I did a deep dive of her music, and it is a great library.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. She's super talented, man. I would never talk smack on her. It's not necessarily my thing, but I honestly think she has such an incredible thing going.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And I think her and Jack and Antonov co-wrote her last album, or two albums ago.
Okay.
And Jack Antonov, I think he's from Bleachers and Panic at the Disco, I think. I'll have to double check that.
Yeah, that I don't know. I know the name, but I don't know. Panic's not someone I'm too familiar with, other than just the name.
See. I'm looking it up. Yep. Oh, let's see. So he's from Bleachers and not actually Panic at the Disco, but a band called Fun.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
New York City band. We Are Young.
Yup.
Um, yeah.
Uh,
The one dude had that duet with Pink. Just give me a minute.
oh, Brendan Urie. Not Brendan Urie, he's from Panic.
I
Oh,
forget the name of that
Nate
song.
Roos.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Nice. Yeah, nice. I'm definitely gonna have to give more, uh more, uh, more or Pink songs a try.
Definitely. Definitely. Try This is such a great album.
Mm, nice. Okay. Um, let's see. So for favorite band, we had Queen,
Yep.
and for favorite book, since before we started the pod, we were talking like really quickly about kind of comedy books, and then you mentioned Cameron Crowe's memoir,
Yeah,
and
Uncool.
nice. Ha have you read the Nate Bargatze book yet?
I did. I flew through it.
Very
Yeah.
funny. Very, very
Yeah.
funny.
Very Nate. Yeah.
I really like yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Um like for his stand-up, I've actually only seen his the one of the original specials he did on Netflix, which was the half hour thing, like the comedians with him, Nikki Glazer, or Beth Stelling, and
Joe List had one. Yeah.
or Dan Soder.
Hmm.
Um, which I feel like Dan Soder's doing really well.
Yeah. Yeah. He's been doing theaters the past year or so.
Hmm, nice.
Definitely
Um,
well deserved. He's super funny and his fan base is growing, so it's cool to see.
nice. Yeah. And I'll definitely have to check out more Nikki Glazer.
Yeah, she's super funny.
Nice. Um, yeah. Yeah, I know with Nate Bargatze, like he just had a movie come out called Breadwinner.
Mhm.
Did you see it? Okay.
And
The
maybe
consensus,
television.
okay. The consensus
I
was it
mean,
was kind of it kind of was like an early 2000s type comedy, maybe like something you'd see in the late 90s, early 2000s.
okay. Well,
Um, which for whatever reason, over the past few years, there's been a shortage of comedies that get released. They aren't making comedies anymore, which the movie comedy climate, I feel like people want it to be more subversive. I feel like if you're a comedy now, you have to be like a horror comedy or you have to be like a disaster comedy or something like it. You could be a horror movie first and foremost, but have comedic elements. Like, did you see the movie or Weapons?
ah, no.
Part of it was filmed like a comedy,
Yeah.
but it's really a straight up horror movie though.
Okay.
Um,
Pretty
so
cool.
yeah, I feel like that's really interesting for that. if I had to say there was one comedy that disappointed me, it would be Happy Gilmore 2.
Okay, I like the second one. First one is phenomenal in my book. The sequel was good.
Absolutely. Okay. I like to look at the sequel in terms of like to watch it more in a or vacuum, I'd say, and like consider it its own thing and not necessarily like it makes references to Happy Gilmore, but it's not
A
like
continuation.
yeah, I feel like it's its own thing
Yeah.
because tonally it's very different.
Yeah, it was cool. I liked how they had all the, a lot of the PGA, golf pros in it. That was pretty cool. And yeah, it was funny.
Nice. Nice. Uh yeah, I might have to give them their watch. Okay. Nice.
Maybe me as well.
Um, so Pat, if you had to pick if there's a book that is, do you have a favorite book?
I would say I've read The Body the most. I think I've read that 5 or 6 times.
Excellent.
Hmm.
That is an excellent choice.
It's
I've
also in a it's also part of a larger book called Different Seasons, which has Apt Pupil and Shawshank Redemption in it. Also
yup.
The Brief, but no one talks about that one.
Um, yeah, I've read Shawshank Redemption. I've read part of The Body, and I really enjoyed reading it. I thought it was brilliant
Yeah,
writing.
it's fantastic.
Um, haven't read Pupil.
Phenomenal. Definitely different. Definitely a unique Stephen King. de- Definitely a unique topic and book, but Apt Pupil has its own really uniqueness to it.
Mm. Nice. Yeah, like I've seen part of the movie for At Pupil, and I thought it was a pretty awesome movie.
Brad Renfro,
Yup,
rest in peace.
an exceedingly talented actor.
Hmm.
Exceedingly talented, very, very special. Um, and also a very good showcase for Gandalf the Grey too.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a different one.
Mm. I'll have to check it out, Pat. I'll
Definitely do.
have to check that out. Nice. Um, is there anything you'd like to add before we wrap up, or where can we follow you on social media, Pat?
Bohemian Patsody, Patsody. Bohemian Patsody is my, I guess, Instagram and Threads. I guess I don't use it that often, but I mean Instagram for sure. Then Pat House on Facebook, but I guess Pat House in the search bar will bring anything up anywhere.
Very cool, Pat. Awesome. Um, so follow Pat on Instagram, and especially if you do comedy in Philly or wherever, send Pat
Ooh,
or you can follow his comedy. Okay.
well, thank you for all the plugs, man. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah, man. I really appreciate you being on the show, dude.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you for having me. Sorry I had to reschedule a couple times, but that's the nature of the business. But I mean, I appreciate you having me, and I'm glad we made it work out.
Absolutely. So this has been the Drew and Me podcast with Philadelphia comedian or Pat House.
Thank you.
Drew and Me podcast.